One of the core initiatives of HISD's strategic direction is an effective principal in every school. Recently, the top principals for the 2011-2012 school year were announced, and all three are joining me now. Please welcome ELENA MARTINEZ-BULEY from Rodriguez Elementary, Noelia Longoria from Ortiz Middle School, and Connie Berger from Reagan High School. Thank you, ladies, for joining me today. First, I'd like to hear a little bit about how you got into education. Connie, let's start with you.
I always wanted to be a teacher. When I was in college, I said, I'm going to school, I want to be a teacher. That was always my dream.
Great, great. Noella?
Same for me. I loved music. I was a music major, so there was really no option. So I wanted.
You knew you'd be into teaching,
right,
because you were going to teach music.
Right.
Or go from, that's fantastic. ELENA, tell me.
My dad was a bilingual teacher, elementary teacher, so I grew up with that experience. I was his right hand, so I learned to grade papers very early in life.
Wow.
Also
now,
became a teacher.
You've been a teacher, you went into, I call it management.
Correct.
So into principal, you started at elementary. Tell us a little bit.
I taught high school, and from there I moved to Fonville Middle School as an administrator.
Okay.
From there I had the opportunity to become a principal at Lyons Elementary. And then, of course, the huge honor of becoming the principal at Reagan High School.
So you had a step for, I mean, you went through a process where you went to various management training on site, so you had real hands-on training.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Tell us about how you got here.
Yes, I was a teacher, a counselor, an assistant principal, a dean of students, a dean of instruction, and then a principal.
Wow. You know all the jobs.
Right, and I think it's real important for a principal to have the experience.
Tell us a little bit about how you got here.
Similar track, started as a teacher, and then from there became a support for teacher through ACP as a bilingual supervisor. Then I worked as an education manager, assistant principal, and finally here as principal.
Wow, that's fantastic. A little bit, a lot of people probably don't know the different neighborhoods where you're from and the populations at your schools. Connie, tell us a little bit about Reagan.
Yes, Reagan High School is in the middle of the Heights, of the Houston Heights. We're the best kept secret in Houston, I will say that. And we are the largest organization in the Heights. Our population is 78% Hispanic, and then the remaining African American with a small Anglo population.
And free and reduced lunches?
Yes, we are at 78% free or reduced lunch.
Typical urban environment school.
Exactly.
Tell us about Ortiz.
We are kind of a duplicate of Hobby Airport. Our school was built like an airport, so we're right by Hobby Airport, and they partner with us for different things. We're right by Garden Villa and Glenbrook are the neighborhoods in southeast Houston.
Great, great. And tell us a little bit about Rodriguez.
Rodriguez is in the heart of Gulfton. We're on Chimney Rock, and we are primarily Hispanic.
Immigrants?
Some immigrants, some migrant, mainly immigrant. We have practically all at risk, all free lunch and reduced lunch. About 1,000 students.
Oh, yeah. And how large is Ortiz?
We're about 1,000 students, and we're about 75–80% Hispanic, and the rest is divided between African American and Asian.
Okay. And a large free and reduced lunch.
Right,
Okay.
absolutely.
The typical,
Right.
tough environment
Right.
that we talk about today in education.
Right.
Y'all are the typical school in HISD, you really are. But y'all are doing a fantastic job. So tell us, how do you do it? Connie? Besides, I know there's a little hard work in there.
Yeah, a little hard work, but dedication. I live, eat, and breathe the school, the neighborhood where my school is, and the students. Being present for the community is very important to me. And of course, you always have to be supportive of your family because they're the backbone.
Y'all actually get to have families? I didn't
Little
know
bit.
that.
Part-time.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, and having that supportive, but also within my school, having those strong teams and building those strong teams are important to me at a large high school.
Same?
I think I agree with Connie to the most degree, but I think absolutely sharing the vision with lots of people, because one person can't do it alone. As much as it would be wonderful if you could, you really have to have a team of people and the buy-in of your community, your staff, and of course your administrative team. So just sharing a vision with everyone involved in all the stakeholders.
So much in common. I mean, we do share that as well. really it's a matter of, a good friend once told me, you know, if you select for success, it really makes things a little easier. So surrounding yourself with people, like Noelia said, that share your vision, and really it's just sheer determination, do anything it takes.
And I'm sure y'all have worked very hard to get the best and the brightest teaching staff to help you get there. Because I know, especially my experience is the children who come from the lower socioeconomic, you have to show them that they can reach whatever height that they want to strive for. There's no, they're not limited to where they're from. They're only limited to where they want to go. And I think that's very important. Let's change the tone a little bit. I'm curious your take on the new teacher evaluation. I've heard a lot of positives, and I've heard a few, let's tweak it here. And I know it's probably very time consuming on y'all, on the principal's part. Tell us a little bit, how you feel.
Actually, I really like the new instrument. It allows us to get in the classroom more. Also, it allows us the conversations. We sit down with all of our teachers and having those constant conversations, working with them also on their on their plans, their professional development plans are very important to us, because we all know you have a range of staff and we've got to meet all of their needs. So it's very exciting, I think.
To me, it's very common in the business world. Nobody thinks adverse about that. That's what you do. What programs do you think you should need? Here's your strengths, here's your weaknesses, here's what we need. It's typically done across the board. And so to me, that's kind of what we were trying to do in the teaching profession in HISD, is to make sure that we're giving you the nurturement that you need to get to the next level. How did you find it at the middle school level?
The same way, and I think it's very courageous of the school board and Dr. Greer and all of us being truly involved in it, because it's exactly what you're saying and everybody agrees on. It's just making it into a system where it's a system instead of, this year's been rough and tough just for everyone to understand it, and meeting deadlines, and teachers getting used to it's not a got you, it's a conversation, we're a team. So it's just putting the system in place.
And same. How's the elementary school? I mean, you may not have, Connie may have a staff of assistant principals to help her. You're kind of by yourself sometimes, if you don't have an AP to assist you, or you may have a coordinator, but you kind of have to do it yourself.
Exactly. Our administrative team is smaller. Time is the biggest challenge, getting in to see all the teachers. But I agree with Connie. We've never had so many conversations around such specific details about teaching, which is the plus, because you really, that little rubric that's involved in the appraisal, really, it forces you to talk about what you saw, the evidence of it, and what you didn't see. And so it has a lot of pluses. It's just getting everybody to understand what it's all about. Right.
It's not, as you say, it's not a get you. It's a, we're here to help you. I appreciate y'all coming today. I think it's a great honor to be Principal of the Year. Thank y'all again so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we've heard from the Principals of the Year, and now the district's top 2 teachers weigh in. Stay tuned. We'll talk to the 2011-2012 Teachers of the Year when HISD Up Close returns.